Okay, guys. I know. I know. Off the bat. Cayden. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm moving this now. Cayden. Oh my gosh. New podcast setup. This is so cool. Cayden, you didn't have to do this. It already looks so good. You're already so amazing and entertaining and awesome and perfect in every way. I wanted to do it for you guys. Check it out. Is it cool or what? I think it's cool at least. Oh, I got my Christmas tree too. Because I'm festive. So, yeah. So like that's cool, right? And then I got my Santa hat, which is I'm like kind of humiliating myself on the podcast with the Santa hat, but that's okay. We're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. And then yes. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, guys. I don't know how many know this. Only the real people, only the real Christmas fans know where this is from. The one and only Christmas Vacation. Sorry, I couldn't have the suspense, guys. I wanted to let you guess, but it's okay. Look, guys. Look, you can't see it. It says Griswold. It says Griswold. Isn't that cool? Only the real people know. I feel like some of Gen Z knows it. Like the older Gen Z. The millennials, obviously, and the Gen Xers and all of those. Like, yeah, like you guys know what I'm talking about. This is so cool, Cayden. You're so culturally up to date. But Gen Alpha definitely doesn't know anything about this. I think we can all agree on that. I don't know if it's a disservice or if it's like, whatever. I guess it's whatever, probably. But off the bat, though, I'm assuming you guys can guess what this podcast is about. It's about Halloween. I'm just joking. That was so unfunny. It's okay, guys. I tried to land it, and I missed it. It went off the wrong way, so. But it's good. It's good. Okay, guys, I'm just going to give it to you guys, okay? I'm just going to be completely honest, okay? I'm sitting here talking. Right. And I look over at my mic and I'm muted. An entire wonderful podcast filmed and it was muted the whole time. So I don't know whether to be embarrassed or to be like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Probably more embarrassed. I can't believe I'm even telling you guys this, but that's okay. I'm gonna tell you. So that's what's going on, guys. So this is round two. Nothing's no longer a surprise to me, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, and it's so fun. I love Christmas, luckily, so this will work out because I love Christmas. But anyways, guys, what do you think about the setup? I think it's pretty cool. What was that? Was there something else? Oh, yes. I'm considering starting to do live streams. I feel like live streams would be pretty cool. Am I the only one? I don't know, probably. I think that would be cool. But I feel like it'd be awesome. But I want to hear what you guys have to say on that. Like, would a live stream be cool? And I could run it on Instagram. I could run it on TikTok. I could run it on what's it called? There's another live streaming thing. I wouldn't do like a Twitch or anything, but I would do something fun, and I could, just sit here and talk and we could have a good time and laughs, and maybe I'll have a few of you on, assuming that you guys are being very appropriate. But I think it'd be cool. But I want to hear what you have to say about it. I think it'd be fun though. And then there was one other point I wanted to hit on, but I forgot. So, I guess I forgot. Yeah, so whatever. Anyways, guys. So what are we talking about today, Cayden? Obviously Christmas. But I was thinking about it, and I was kind of trying to go back and forth, and I was like, I could talk about this, I could talk about that. Like, what should I talk about? And then then I came to the idea of Christmas, obviously, because, well, it's Christmas season. Plus, next podcast episode will be after Christmas, so I was like, well, maybe I'll throw some Christmas in there, but I was like, I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to do a Christmas episode. And I was trying to think of the name. And then I just thought, Everything Christmas. I don't know if I'm actually going to put that as the podcast name. Probably not. But I thought it was funny. So that's what I'm calling this. Everything Christmas. That's what it's called. Guys, by the way, this shirt is horrible. I like legit have to fold this in because it literally covers my palms and I look like I'm wearing my dad's clothes. So yeah, so I had to roll it up. So for all of you wondering if I'm adjusting that, that's why. Don't judge me, don't hate me for it. And let's get on. Let's do the video. Let's do it, guys. Let's get into it, okay? By the way, really quick, that's what I was gonna hit on. The last podcast I had, I talked about with keeping it between 20 minutes, and then I failed miserably at it. So I've decided that I'm not keeping a time limit. I'm just going to talk. So whatever, right? Whatever. I'm just going to talk. And hope that it's at a decent time, which I think it will be, but I failed miserably last time. And I'm not going to do that again, so I'm just going to kind of go with it. I think I said I was going to do 20 minutes, and I ended up doing 38 minutes. I'm just that type of person. Like, I just don't think I can have a time limit on myself. I mean, this introduction alone is 7 minutes. And actually, it's funny you say that. See, look at this. I was talking to someone, and I told them, I was talking to someone about it, and I had told them that, I think that it's hard to do podcasting. I really do. I don't think it's an easy thing. But I realized that as I was talking, I realized that there's a very peculiar, a very rare gift, very precise gift that people have to just talk. Everyone's got that one person in their life that they just talk, and you don't even have to give them a response. Maybe that's you, but you don't even have to give them a response, and they're just going to keep talking. They're just going to keep talking. You don't even have to agree with them. And next thing you know, they're on a different topic, and it's like, I didn't even talk about the first topic. I think I'm one of those people, and that's okay. I live up to it. And now I have a podcast. So I guess for those people out there, start a podcast. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. So as we all know, I'm very profound. I'm very outspoken about my faith. Faith is key. Faith is number one, always. So with that being said, why not start the podcast off with the best thing ever, Christmas through faith POV. So faith facts, Christmas, bang, bang, bang. Let's get into it, okay? Christmas is a Christian holiday that celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ, who is, as we know it, the foundation of our faith. Jesus is the foundation of our faith. Period. And he was born. He was born around this time, which I'm going to get into. But Christmas is his birthday. It's a celebration. What better person to celebrate than the person that saved me and you? December 25th symbolizes his birth. Although it's not actually written in the Bible as the precise date, it's what we acknowledge to be his birth. It symbolizes it. Possibly the church chose this date, one being around the time that he was born, that we believe to be, and two, because to align Christ, the light of the world as we know it, with the darkest time of the year, with the winter solstice. So it could have had to do something with winter solstice, right? Like, we're getting into a time where we're experiencing less light, and we are obviously, naturally more down, more depressed. It's just one of those things. It's a nature thing. It's not abnormal. And Jesus is there to make us feel good. So I think that's pretty cool. Early Christians prioritized what we know as Easter, not Christmas. the death of Jesus Christ rather than the birth. We celebrated that, we mourned it, and we celebrated his resurrection. Right? So he died on Good Friday, and he was resurrected on Easter Sunday. So that was what we celebrated, and then Christmas kind of came along later on, which I talk about the date that I did some research on, and we see we see we see a new holiday amidst us, right, with Christmas. Um, did the commercial industry bring awareness to this holiday being Christmas? Is Christmas too commercialized? We see a lot of arguments on this. Is Christmas too commercialized? A lot of people are bothered by this, by the commercial realm really taking over Christmas. A lot of people are, and to the point where some that aren't bothered by it forget what Christmas is, and they just look at the gifts and the Black Friday deals and the Christmas lights. Early Americans, also known as Puritans, rejected Christmas for being too secular and distracting from faith. For those who don't know what secular is, to simplify, is unfaithful practice or too worldly or too distracting from faith. They believed that as when we moved to the States or to America, when they grabbed their stuff and moved from Great Britain or wherever they came from in Europe, or they came after the fact of the states being ratified from Great Britain, right? We see that these people find that Europe celebrates Christmas a lot, and to my knowledge, we find that these people are bothered by that, so they'd rather not celebrate it because they think it's too distracting from faith. We know Christmas has been highly commercialized, with many forgetting the basis of it being Christ. So forgetting that what we celebrate Christmas for, why Christmas is a holiday. It's not a holiday for the Christmas presents. I mean, it is in part, right? You give thanks, you show you're thankful for someone by gifting them, right? By bringing gifts, by breaking bread, by opening wine. But it's highly commercialized, and a lot of people forget this, which I kind of talked on already. Faith-based Christmas emphasizes hope, light, in darkness, humility, salvation, and on top of salvation, renewal, to say, but most importantly, remembering the day that our Lord and Savior was born. So again, yeah, remembrance, salvation, celebration of salvation, of renewal, humility, having humility and understanding that we're flawed, but this baby was born, and this baby saved us. Light and darkness, right? Jesus Christ is the light amidst the darkness, the winter solstice, and hope. Those are all important things. This is where it gets fun. Okay, so again, I've already hot takes on Christmas. Okay, hot takes on Christmas. Okay, so I have a few different categories. I was kind of like trying to go back and forth on what I was going to do in between topics that I talk about, and I figured that I would do something super fun, which I want to do anyways. So I had thought about. By the way, I'm looking at myself in this beanie. Anyways, top 5 most popular Christmas dishes. I thought that would be interesting. Number 1, and this is just off of, I just kind of went online and did some research on it. So, number 1, roasted potatoes. I love some good roasted potatoes. You know, you do butter and rosemary and a little bit of garlic on it, and you throw them in the air fryer in the oven. Oh yeah, I could get behind that. Scalloped potatoes. Even better. Put scalloped potatoes at number one. My aunt makes really good scalloped potatoes, and I was obsessed with it. And I would eat it all the time. Like any time there was an opportunity that there was a dish of scalloped potatoes, I was eating it. I just love it. Roast beef. Roast beef. I like roast beef. It depends on how good someone is at cooking it, though. I feel like roast beef can be really good or like very. But I do. You know what I do love? I love pot roast, which is not necessarily a Christmas dish, but I love pot roast. I love when roast beef is just tender and you can just pull it apart. I think that's so awesome. I think it's so good. I'm like, my mouth is getting watery. This one was weird. Red velvet cake. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person, and everyone's like, Cayden, you're actually weird. Like you're actually a weirdo, like for not eating red velvet cake on Christmas. But I'm not a big red velvet guy. Like I can eat it, but I personally like German chocolate. So if I'm gonna eat cake on Christmas, which I'm not, but if I was going to, I would definitely eat German chocolate. That might just be me. But I don't know. I've never, ever, out of all the Christmas dinners I've been to that I remember, I've never seen a red velvet cake there. Ever. This one was interesting. Okay, ready? And this one's actually interesting because it was a big thing this year that I saw a lot of reposts on. Ham. Ham. I think ham's awesome. I mean, you do a honey glazed ham, you can do just a regular ham, you can do a smoked ham, right? I mean, there's so many different things you can do. I know there's pineapple ham, which is I'm gonna get to later. But ham's good. I like ham. But what I was gonna say about the Thanksgiving thing and the current thing is a lot of people do turkey on Thanksgiving specifically, and Christmas, but Thanksgiving we're gonna use. Uh, People just aren't good at cooking turkeys. I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to tell you. A lot of people aren't good at cooking turkeys. You have to be very good at cooking, or to be able to cook a turkey. That's the truth. I don't care what anyone says. That's the truth. So a lot of people find that their turkeys are dried out. Shout out! I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. I know the real ones are remembering this. That's coming back. Happy Christmas vacation. When they cooked the turkey and wrapped the turkey in, Clark had the knives, and they did their thing, and then like, oh my gosh, let's cook another turkey. Cuts it, it's just steam, and it's just empty because it's dried out. I don't know if you've ever experienced a dried out turkey, but I mean, this is a little bit of an exaggeration, but just the point being, like, just like, and then they're eating it, and they gotta like cut it with their steak knife to eat the skin. Oh man. Anyway, so I get it. I get the movement on the whole turkey thing. Screw the turkey. Just get ham. Everyone loves ham. Most people like ham. So I thought that was interesting. But if I had to like do that in my own order, like just out of the 5 options I had, it would be definitely roast beef, scalloped potato, roasted potato. No, roast beef, scalloped potato, ham, roasted potatoes, red velvet cake. Okay, this is so top 3 most popular Christmas drinks. Okay, ready for this one? I thought this one was interesting. Number 1, you guys can guess it, hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. I've been seeing a TikTok video, and it's this hot chocolate place in like Paris, and it's nice. Like it is like just this super rich hot chocolate, and they do like the whipped cream's like made on the spot, and they you scoop it out of the bowl and drop it in your hot chocolate, and by the way, whipped cream makes hot chocolate 10 times better, especially if it's cheap hot chocolate like the Swiss Miss. But anyway, so yeah, they put it in, and it looks super good. But I love hot chocolate. I mean, I wouldn't move that on the list. Hot chocolate's definitely number 1. Number 2, apple cider. Apple cider is interesting. Apple cider's interesting. I bought like the store pack, like just like I don't know what brand it is, but I bought it from like the store, and I heat up the boiling water, whatever, and I pour the packet in, and it was way too sweet, way too sweet. So not doing apple cider. Apple cider. Maybe I need to have it homemade though. I feel like if I had it homemade, it would definitely be better. But I feel like everything homemade is usually better. But anyway, so that's my opinion on apple cider. I'm kind of just like whatever. But I get where it's popular. I imagine apple cider to be a little bit more of a Thanksgiving drink, me personally, than I do Christmas. And third and final, and I thought this was interesting, but I don't drink, so I guess whatever. At least not this. Espresso martini. Never had an espresso martini. Don't plan on having one. But for the people out there who do drink them, I guess yeah, whatever. But I've never gotten that whole idea of espresso and martini mixed together. It's just not, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I thought that was an interesting one to throw on there, but I just threw it on there, so. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit more fun. Top 5 worst voted Christmas dishes. Brussels sprouts casserole. I love green bean casserole. Big fan of it. Brussels sprouts casserole. Never had in my life. Probably never will have it, but I'd be open to trying it. I like green bean casserole. So I'd imagine that I'd like Brussels sprout casserole. But maybe they're completely different things too. I feel like that's also part of it. That could be a big piece. But I don't know. I'd have to try it. I've never had it. Plain Brussels sprouts. So if you guys couldn't tell, whoever created this list does not like Brussels sprouts. But plain Brussels sprouts. I personally like Brussels sprouts. You like plain. You do it, you throw it on a pan, you put honey on it, olive oil, and then you do salt and like bacon bits. Throw it in the oven, bake it, get it nice crispy. I like it. I like Brussels sprouts. The casserole would be, right now I'd say it's probably 70-30, 70 yes, 30 no. But I'd have to do it. Meaning I have to try it. Fruitcake. No, wait. This one, and this actually grosses me out, and I want to ban it. Christmas goose. I'm going to let that settle for a second, okay? Christmas goose. Who eats goose? I'm sorry. They need to create, and I thought of this, and I'm glad I'm saying it now. They need to create a law where any bird that has sharp teeth and can bite you and chases you should be banned from eating. I would never shoot a goose. I would never eat a goose. I would never carry a goose. And to be honest, I don't even want to cross paths with a goose. I really don't. I think they're gross. And I don't know who is eating geese. So I just want to get that out there, okay? Because I think goose is gross. I think that, and no one should eat it. And I don't even want to interact with it. So that's how I feel about that. Fruitcake. Never had fruitcake. Maybe I have, but I off the bat, I don't think I have. But I feel like what I imagine to be fruitcake is completely different from what fruitcake is. So I don't know. I mean, fruitcake's like, it's like whatever, I guess. Whatever, I don't know. And then I put down this, but I'm gonna specify some anything retro, like anything that you see weird dishes from the 80s and the 70s and even like the 90s and going all the way back to the rest of the 1900s. Any of those weird dishes that were a thing at one point, banned. Tomato aspic. I don't even know what that is, but I put it on there because it didn't sound good. Tuna tree. What? Who's putting tuna in trees? Just kidding. I don't know what it is. It's probably not what I'm saying it is. But I don't like fish. And tuna tree just sounds like a weird name. It kind of bothers me. So I just don't imagine myself liking it. These were just the ones that popped out, by the way, for things I don't like. And then, referring back to the beginning of the podcast, pineapple on ham. Or back to the beginning of the list. Pineapple on ham. Yeah, I've seen this in movies, and something about it I just don't like. Now, maybe it's because I've only seen it in older movies, like Christmas Vacation. I believe it's in Christmas Vacation. Maybe the graphics just don't do it justice, but it just bothers me, and I just don't even want to try it. That could just be me though. Maybe someone else likes it. I mean, I'm sure someone loves it. Someone's got to love it, but just not me, not my thing. So I put down Christmas would you rather's, which, like I'd said, I messed up, and we have, I'm like, I'm doing this again, which is fine. I'm glad I'm doing this again. But I did these would you rather's, and I don't know, but I'm just gonna do them just because I already said it. I should have just gone over it, like jumped over it, but whatever. Would you rather only be allowed to listen to one Christmas song all day on Christmas, or have someone loudly sing Christmas carols every time you enter a room? The first one. There's only a few. There's only like I love all Christmas songs, but like there's 5 songs that I could listen to a million times. I used to work. I used to work at I used to work retail. I did some retail stuff in my life. I know. And they played the same 5 Christmas songs, like quite literally the same 5 Christmas songs. And for those of you who don't know, a torture method is repeating the same music rhythm, the same beat for hours and hours and hours, even days and weeks. It makes people go insane, quite literally. So I don't think that these people understand that are running these retail stores. They are quite literally are playing the same 6 songs. And sure, I get it. Like it's a whole thing. Like there's a reason behind it. But you're making your employees go insane. You are making your employees go insane. So I just want to point that out. So maybe I don't. But none of the songs that were on there I liked. So if I had my choice, I'm sure I would love it more. I mean, eventually I'd get annoyed of it. But I definitely wouldn't want someone singing Christmas carols every time I enter a room and announcing it. Maybe like like Cayden has entered the room. I think that's not. Maybe it's a little nerdy, but I don't know. I think it'd be a little bit better. Okay, would you rather open all your presents early, but never be surprised again, or wait until the very end of Christmas Day, not knowing if you're getting anything? I'd wait till the end, not knowing if I'm getting anything. I feel like that'd be like more exciting. I would hope I'd get something, but I guess if not, like whatever. That's the risk I took. But I think it'd be cooler. I think that's so unexciting to open all your gifts before Christmas. Now, I don't really get a lot of gifts anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one really gets gifts as they get older. I'm joking. Shout out to all the parents out there. But I just feel like I would rather wait. Would you rather have to answer the question? So what are you doing with your life? To get that question from every relative and have to answer it every time, or accidentally send a text meant for your friend to the family group chat. Probably the text to the friend to the family group chat. I feel like it'd be kind of funny, It's like let's switch it up. Now I don't even really, I don't text anything that I wouldn't text my family. But I don't know, maybe something funny would be funny. I don't know. Would you rather be forced to eat fruitcake, thing, once a day for a week? So clearly this fruitcake thing has to be bad. I need to search this up. Or be in charge of untangling Christmas lights every year forever. The fruitcake. I don't care how bad the fruitcake is, I'm doing it. I don't like untangling lights, and I'm actually quite literally horrible at it. We were just decorating our tree not that long ago, and I actually managed to tangle it more when I was untangling it. I know that doesn't make sense, but somehow I managed to do it. I defy odds, which I think is awesome, personally. But anyways, yeah. So I would definitely rather eat the fruitcake. I'm okay. Yeah. So, well, would you rather host Christmas dinner for everyone, or be the person picked to lead all the Christmas games and activities? I like hosting stuff, so I'd rather host the Christmas dinner. I thought the last one was like, I mean, they're all like, but don't credit me for those questions, all right? That wasn't me who made those questions up. I just put them down. So don't be judging me thinking I'm horrible at Would You Rather, because I'm good at Would You Rather. Okay, that's whoever generated those questions is not the the funnest person in the world, if you couldn't tell. Okay, so let's move on to the next more serious topic. Christmas culture. The question is Christmas being watered down? And is this good? Yes or no? To answer the question, I don't think Christmas is necessarily being watered down. I think it's being shifted towards a different focus. So watered down is the wrong term. When you ask the term watered down, you're asking yourself, is Christmas fading away? Is Christmas not as important in people's lives? Watered down. You could argue from the standpoint that, oh well, they could be talking about Christmas, the faith and the purpose behind Christmas is being forgotten. It could be argued as watered down, but I don't view it that way. So to answer the question, no, I don't think it's being watered down. I think that it's being shifted focus. I think we're finding so much commercialized marketing and and realize what Christmas is, and go to Christmas service. Go celebrate, and whether you be Christian or not Christian, maybe you don't believe in anything. Go to a Christmas service. Go celebrate amongst your peers. Go dance to music and have conversations and give hugs and give smiles. I think that's a fun thing to do, whether you are currently a follower or not. And who knows, maybe you will find the light of our Savior. Maybe you will find that. Go out and do that. Go out and do that. And is this good or bad? I don't think it's necessarily either. I think it could be taken as bad. I think it could be taken as good. I think it really depends on the POV. My personal opinion is I think I don't necessarily think it's I do think it's not a good thing, because we forget sometimes what it's all about. But on a sense, I also understand celebration. I'm at fault for this. Who am I to say this is a bad thing, but then be at fault for it, right? So I think the answer would be that I think the answer would be that it's neither or. It's more of finding what's important and celebrating, right? Celebrating. Majority of Americans say Christmas has less emphasis on religion now than in the past. Meaning that Christmas is less focused on religion, it's less focused on faith, and more focused on the other, the products, the Christmas presents, the modern traditions, which is very true. 56% see religious aspects declining in society. In society. Now, Christmas, yes, but in society in general. We're seeing a lot less of a Christian point of view in people's eyes, in people's lenses. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. I really don't think it's a good thing. My personal opinion, I would argue it's more bad. But at the same time, again, it's a very different conversation. And this sparks the question of the Happy Holidays movement. Not to get super controversial, but we should be accepting of other celebrations, other holidays, right? We should be accepting of these things, but we should understand that Christmas is bigger than it's a religion. It's a celebration of faith, of Christ being born, but over that, it's a celebration of America. I mean, Christmas is one of America's holidays, whether it be in a faith perspective or not. There's a statistic which I bring up: 90% of Americans celebrate Christmas, and only 47% are Christian. And that's a statistic I pulled. It could be somewhat a little chopped. It could be more. It could be a little like worse. But Christmas is an American holiday. That's the truth. And I mean, that's important to acknowledge. 47% of Americans, like I just said, attend church at Christmas services, while about 48% do not. Although most still celebrate the holiday, being 90% plus. So again, 47%, which I believe I said that wrong before, but 47, I'm going to restate myself. 47% of Americans attend church service, Christmas service. 48% don't. But most still celebrate the holiday. It's an American holiday. So, and I believe that statistic is pulled from the 90% plus. And I can always give my sites, but that's the highlight. So the Christmas story is losing its importance as well, which is true. We're finding that we're focused more on other things, more on temporary things, gifts, right? Physical things we can possess in our hands, right? But returning to what Christmas is truly about is very important. But also acknowledging that it's an American holiday, whether you be religious or not. So I think that's important to point out. Why Christmas still unites Americans? Like I just said, Christmas is an American holiday. Again, whether you be religious or not, it's an American holiday. It's socially accepted. It's accepted in some of the biggest cities and all the cities really in America. More accepting and more celebrating in certain ones like New York and Chicago versus other ones. But still, amidst being something that unites Americans. We find Christmas lights. We find Macy's Day Parade, Macy's Christmas Parade. We find these things very important and things that all people usually have experienced or seen on TV or celebrate or acknowledge, right? It unites us. Merry Christmas. And that brings on the factor of happy holidays. Saying happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas. So I think that's something to definitely consider. But I think it does still unite Americans and America. And for religious folks, for religious people across the world. How Christmas molded the aroma around wintertime. I truly believe that most people, when they think winter, they think Christmas. If you came up to someone and you asked them, what are the 5 things you think about during winter? Probably most popular is skiing, snowboarding, snow, or cold, Christmas. For some, it might be another celebration. But most of the time, Christmas has molded the aroma of the wintertime. When you think winter, you think winter break, Christmas break. Some people say winter, some people say Christmas break, whatever is socially accepted in your area. And yeah, I think that that's an important thing. This is one I really liked. Small town Christmas versus big town Christmas. Which do I prefer? I had to think about this, and I wrote this question down because I loved it. And I came to the census that I don't have a preference. But I also feel I haven't experienced enough of either or. So I think it'd be something that I have to do more, and then from there, form an opinion. Yet I don't know. I think that they both bring value. I think they're both cool things. I think they both have different traditions. I think they both are acknowledged and celebrated in different ways. On one sense, like where I'm from, we have a lot of the towns do Christmas lights, Christmas parades. New York. I mean, we all know, New York, right? It's one of the biggest Christmas cities in the world in terms of celebration. So I don't know. I guess right now it'd be small town, but that's because that's really all I've experienced as of this point. Okay, so 3 weird Christmas truths. These are just ones I kind of pulled up and I thought were interesting. I wanted to write down. So, Christians didn't celebrate Jesus' birth for centuries. For the first 300 years of Christianity, there was no celebration of Christ's birthday on any date. Early church leaders often didn't commemorate birthdays, and the Bible gives no date of Jesus' birth. So again, early church leaders did not commemorate birthdays. We didn't have a specified birth date of Jesus Christ. Therefore, Virgo, no celebration of Christ's birthday. Now that has changed for the good, but I think that's interesting. I think that's something that's most people wouldn't imagine. December 25th was chosen later by the church. The first official mention of a birth date appears in the Roman calendar, dated AD 336. The church likely linked it to existing midwinter festivals and likely the winter solstice. Hence my whole winter solstice theory. Yeah, I think that's something to highlight, right? We find it later on. We don't find it up front that Jesus Christ's birthday was celebrated, or Christmas, right? I also think that winter solstice thing is kind of interesting. And then finally, Christmas mixed with rowdy cultural celebrations. Before the modern family like age. So in the medieval and the early modern, Christmas traditions included rowdy feasting, drinking, gambling, and disorderly festivities. I thought this was interesting because I've always imagined Christmas to be a time to reset, time to meet with family, to give grace, to give thanks, to be grateful, to celebrate, give gifts, break bread. But no, there was a time when people got rowdy, and I'm sure people still do on Christmas Day. But I thought that was super interesting. So, guys, there we go. The last thing I wanted to highlight, and this is where I'm going to end it, is reflection of the year. The next time I'll see you will be after Christmas. It'll be the day after Christmas. Christmas is on a Thursday, so I will see you guys on a Friday. So it won't be the New Year's yet, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about this next time. Reflection. The importance of reflection and the importance of setting your New Year's goal, your New Year's resolution. So that's going to be a big topic. So I wanted to end it on this, and then it's going to transition into the next one. But anyways, guys, what do I think about reflections? I think they're important. I think that they help us be better people, and people who don't reflect on circumstances, on life events, on actions that we make, don't ever truly grow. So reflections are important, and reflections of the year are the most important because they lead you into the next year. Where's your energy going to be coming from, right? So I wanted to bring that up. So think about that, and we're going to talk more on it. Think about some goals, and also, off of that note, think about me doing the live stream stuff. I really want to know. I want to know what you guys think on that. I feel like it'd be kind of fun. For the 5 people I get, or the 1 million people I get, I think it'd be cool. And there will be more information on that. But anyways, guys, wow, what an awesome thing. I want to point out, you're welcome for wearing the Christmas hat. I know, because I think this is a little bit questionable. But it's okay. And also, this, shout out TikTok shop. Go get yours. Maybe I'll make an ad about it. Pretty cool for the people who get it. For the people who don't, whatever. But for the people who do, it's pretty cool, I feel like, right? 0, 0. This thing is just long, though. I don't know. I should definitely downsize if you get one off TikTok. Okay, guys. Look at that. I want to say really quick, I need it to snow. So that's what I needed to do. I needed to snow. What does fruitcake look like? Cake. Oh, what? This doesn't even look that bad. It just looks like raisin bread. Wait. What is that, man? Okay, maybe not. Controversial. To be decided. TBD. TBD. I don't know. I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. I think goose is disgusting. Goose is number one on that damn list. Sorry, I cuss. Goose is number one on that list. I hate goose. If you guys couldn't tell from now. But anyways, okay, guys. I'm gonna end it here. What an awesome podcast, and how grateful I am for you guys. I'm gonna see you next week. I want to hear more. And for those who watched all the way to the end and think I'm an interesting person, thank you for watching. For those who didn't, well, you won't see this. That's okay. But I'm very grateful for those who stuck through. And I'm super excited. And I hope you will continue to watch the podcast. And let's grow together. So with that being said, have an awesome Christmas. And I will see you next week.